guys, Neri here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Santa Lucia. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, guys, doing the little introduction, or the orientation ceremony. So let's go ahead and just jump right back in. Alarm Chan, you're up, and let's go. Alright. We're going to split up into your mentorship groups for the rest of orientation. The name listed there is the last name of your mentor. A student who has graciously offered their time to make your freshman experience the best it can be. Davenport, huh? Once you have found your mentor's name, I need everyone to split up and find their matching sign. The president points off towards the left and right of the field. We've set them all up along the sides in alphabetical order. A through M can be found on the west side, N through Z on the east. Welcome once again to USL, and have fun with the rest of orientation. With that, she takes a bow and exits the podium. Only a select few clap for her. From the looks of it, everyone is more focused on figuring out where their mentorship group is. So, who'd you get? Davenport, apparently. No way! You're never gonna believe this, dude! I got Davenport too! What? That's insane! I know, right? What are the odds? First we happened to run into each other out here. Now we find out we're in the same mentorship group. I think I'm starting to believe her whole fate spiel now. I have a really good feeling about this place, don't you? It's like we're meant to be here. I suppose? I carefully shoved the papers and handbook I received back into the packet envelope and shrugged my shoulders. You know, it's just a funny coincidence, right? Blah, you're too straight-laced sometimes. I know it is. It's just fun to believe there's something more to it, you know? Yeah, it's good to see you're still the same old Karina. And you're still the same little Benny boy, always the one trying to keep my feet on the ground. If I didn't keep your head out of the clouds, you would have floated to Venus. Exactly! To my surprise, she pulls me into an embrace. Let's make up for all this time we lost, alright? I stop tensing and allow myself to relax, patting her on the back with one of my free hands. Yeah, definitely. With Karina still wrapped around me, I'm given the opportunity to look around us. And pretty much everyone has started searching for their mentorship groups by now. Karina, we should probably get going, don't you think? She hugs me tighter before letting me go. Yep, let's find Davenport. Hey, wait up! She bolts off towards A through M section of the field, leaving me in the dust. I like Karina. Ben, I think I found it! She points a finger at a section of the field underneath a tree. Squinting slightly, I'm able to make out letters on a sign that faintly resembles Davenport. Nice! Can we stop running now? But I thought you liked running. Well, sure, but not when I've only had a couple hours of sleep. Come on, it looks like there's already someone waiting. She begins to run towards the tree, but notices I'm only walking this time and slows her pace. Oh, must be. Sorry. As soon as we have the time, I'm taking you out for a long run. You got it. The moment we step under the tree's shade, the temperature drops significantly. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but it's starting to get warm. I hope we won't spend too much time in the sun today. Hey there, this is Davenport, right? Yeah, isn't this, like, supposed to be... I forget. Is this supposed to be, like, California or something? Karina approaches the somewhat chubby tiger leaning against the tree with arms folded. Oh, hello there. Yes, it is. Does that mean you are a mentor? The tiger shakes his head and frowns. No, I'm a new student too. Ah, I see. She holds up her hand out to him. I'm Karina. She signals me to come over by nodding her head. He steps away from the tree and returns the gesture, shaking her hand. I'm Carlos. It's nice to meet you. And this is my friend Ben. I smirk at her. I can introduce myself, you know. You say that now, but you used to rely on me all the time to break the ice. I put my hand out towards the tiger just like Karina did. Salutations, my name is Ben Rivers. He hesitates for a moment, most likely deciding how to appropriately respond to that. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too formal, I swear. It is okay. I feel his large hand wrap around mine. My name is Carlos Delgado. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. To my surprise, he responds as formally as possible, forcing me to look away as my face burns red. You are supposed to look the other in the eye when you do this, are you not? Right. Being lectured on proper etiquette by a guy I just met. I'm sure Dad would be proud of me. He nods his head forward while shaking my hand. Now that I'm looking directly at him, I'm able to see a distinct mark cutting below his right eye. Crap! He must have noticed me fixating on it. He suddenly lets go of my hand and returns to leaning on the tree. So, what are you planning to study here, Carlos? Karina seems to pick up on the soured mood and interjects, probably trying to salvage the meeting. I take the cue and step away. I guess I'll keep an eye out for more students. Actually, guys, I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit here. I have been getting some copyright stuff on this music lately. Alright. Huh! What was I thinking? Of course he'd be self-conscious about a facial scar. I know I'd be if I were him. Great at first impression, doofus. Alright, let's, Okay. Doesn't help that I've had virtually zero sleep. Thank you, my lovelies. I'll have to stay and talk more, but I have an audience waiting for me right over here. Huh? An incredibly flamboyant fox guy catches my eye not far from where we're gathered. Call me later, we'll set something up, okay? The fox makes the most theatrical bow I've ever seen to the girl, talking to him as he's walking in our direction. Behind me, I'm vaguely aware of Karina trying to maintain a conversation with Carlos, but my attention is almost entirely on the strange character before me. Ooh, my. Hey, you looking for Davenport? I wave at him, which seems to make him smile. I am indeed. That's great. You've managed to find the right place. Oh god, he's gonna be just stereotypically flaming gay fox. Oh my god. One of the biggest stereotypes in the fandom. I gesture my hand towards the grass beside me. You should get under the tree shade. It's getting really hot. That'd be lovely. I try to hold back a chuckle as the guy practically skips forward and plops himself down next to me, facing the rest of the field. There's no reason to still be standing, darling. We're going to be doing a lot of standing today, so you should take the weight off while you can. He pats next to him, inviting me to sit down. I guess you've got a point. I decide to listen to him and sit down with one arm resting on a knee. My name's Nate. What's yours? I'm Ben. He looks over at me with the cutest grin. Nice to meet ya. Man, he really reminds me of... It's quite the gathering, isn't it? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I haven't been here long. What do you mean? Weren't you checked in yesterday like the rest of us? I scratch behind my ear and mumble under my breath. I'm actually pretty late. Just checked in about 30 minutes ago. Oh, that's too bad. That means you missed the freshman mixer last night. Me and a group of other drama students put together an impromptu performance. It was totally lit. You should have seen it. Cringe. Who says lit anymore? He makes a theatrical motion with his arms to emphasize his words. No offense if you do say lit. I don't hear it very often anymore. It's got kind of a Hello Fellow Kids vibe to it. Aw. Had my flight delayed almost the whole day. It really screwed me over. Aw. Okay. Sorry to hear that. At least you're here now, right? Yeah? That means you'll be able to see our next little show tonight. Oh, is that what you were talking to that one girl about? Yuppers. You've got good hearing. Nah, you were, He looks at me in earnest, waiting for me to finish. You definitely stood out. It was hard not to listen in. Gee, I guess that means my stage voice is pretty strong. I take it you're studying something acting-related. Yeah, I bet he does have a great control of his throat. Indeed, I'm double majoring in English literature and performing arts. My eyes widen at that. Wow, that's impressive. What about you? Me? Hey, stop hugging the new guy to yourself, Benet. What? I look up at Karina, who's looming over me. I told you not to call me... Before I have a chance to finish, Nate is already standing to greet her. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore everyone else. That's not the way I work. My name is Nate. I'm Karina. It's nice to meet you. She holds out her hand to Nate, and he shakes it lightly. I merely sit with an annoyed smile while the two finish their introductions directly above my head. I scoot away and lift myself back onto my feet with a little help from the tree. I'll just let Karina do her thing. I I stare out into the field with my arms crossed. From what I can see, it looks like most of the other groups have finished gathering. I even see some are starting to walk together down some of the paths. Jeez, Davenport, you're really leaving us hanging here. My ears perk up at the sound of someone whistling up the road behind me. Oh, hell yeah, look at that boy. Big old panda boy. My, I was expecting to see a few cute guys in my group. I didn't expect to see a sausage fest. Not that I have a problem with that. Oh my god, they're all flaming gay! Eh? I turn around to face the new arrival. That's, certainly one way to greet your students. I take it you're Davenport? Eh? Panda seems taken aback by that. No, you've got it all wrong, man. I'm a freshman, too. The name's Brian. Where the fuck is Davenport? I'm Ben. You're looking at Santa Lucia's next star quarterback. Oh, yeah. Oh, really? I respond facetiously. My arms are still crossed. Take a moment to examine the guy. I find my eyes are involuntarily widening. This guy is actually kinda... Aw, you checking out my guns, dude? He proceeds to flex forward, putting his arm muscles on full display. No! I was just checking to see if you were legit. Yeah. Smooth, Ben. Yeah. You can check me out some more tonight if you know what I'm saying. My face instantly burns red at his insinuation. Leaves me stammering and presses on further, meeting up with the rest of the orientation group. My throat is kind of sore. Hey there, are you looking for Davenport? Yeah, I already know this is the right place. The cutie behind me already said so. My stomach is growling. Don't tell me you're gay too. Loud and proud, baby. I composed myself long enough to notice Carlos lean back further into the tree and roll his eyes. My name's Karina. Brian Liu, future star quarterback of USL Asteroids. Let me introduce you to my friend Nate here. Nate steps forward and puts a flirty hand behind his head. Hey, how's it going? Let me guess. You're a drama student. What? What? How did you figure that out? I've banged a few in high school. Excuse me? That, and I saw your performance last night. Great job, dude. You've got a ton of potential. Brian offers a hand for Nate to shake. Thank you. The nervousness he was showing earlier seems to instantly disappear. I always like meeting someone who enjoys my work. I'd like to enjoy more than just your work, if you know what I'm saying. Ha! Wine and dine me first, then we'll talk. Carlos pushes himself off from the tree and walks over to Brian with a stone-cold expression. The two spend a moment staring each other down. It doesn't last long in reality, but I can tell a lot is being said figuratively between them. I'm Carlos. Brian. A tense handshake is made between them before it's quickly cut off. I see you have a problem with me. You're wrong. Carlos' response is swift and curt. I get it then. I always like my big kitties hot and feisty. Oh my god. Grow up. He walks away and returns to the tree, leaving Brian standing with a silly grin. I'm not sure if there was a winner in that. At this point, we're among the only remaining groups in the field. Does this Davenport person even exist? I wonder what they're like. Ha! It's almost poetic. Fitting that the last guy to show up for orientation would get paired with the mentor the same way. I rubbed my forehead in embarrassment. Russell did warn me this was a waste of time. So... Karina walks up beside me and joins my stakeout. Any sign of her wayward mentor? Not in the slightest. I shrug my shoulders and frown. At least we have some decent shade here. A lot of other groups had that luxury. Sure, but they didn't have to wait for their mentors as long as we have. It all balances out, don't you see? Heh, the glasses definitely half full in that regard. I can't help but smile to myself. I'm vaguely aware that Nate and Brian have struck up another conversation behind me. So, what do you think about those guys? I think they're pretty chill. Sure, they may have their quirks, but so do we. Heh. She's definitely got a point there. I can't believe we managed to get two gay guys in the same group. One of them's even a football player. That's super rare, dude. Yeah. I pulled my collar a bit to air out my shirt. It's been years since we last saw each other. A lot has changed since then. Honestly, I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be with her knowing I'm gay, too. She'd probably call me out for attention-seeking or something. It makes sense, though, if you think about it. Gay people have gained a ton of acceptance this decade. Why hide it when there's no reason to? I can feel the cold sweat rolling down my scalp. Huh. I say that, and yet here I am cowering from the truth. In front of my best friend. Exactly! That's what I admire about openly gay guys. They're not afraid to just be themselves. What you see is what you get, you know? I guess. I disagree. Carlos joins us out of the blue and chimes in on our discussion. Just because you're open about it doesn't mean you're genuine. I do not believe being gay is a substitute for personality. Excuse me, that's really rude of you to say. Actually, I agree with him on that. Like, I know there's people who let their sexuality define who they are. I'm not one of the people that does that. Like, if that's who you want to be, cool. I can't do that. Like, I can't be like, hi, I'm Neri, I'm omnisexual. And I can't. It's hard to explain. Like, sometimes I feel flaming, sometimes I do not. Omni is very hard. Being omni is very hard to live with. Your preferences and such change daily. It can be difficult. Excuse me, that's really rude of you to say. He merely shrugs and stuffs his hands into his pockets. It is a person's actions that makes them who they are. Not exactly, yes. Your sexuality doesn't mean shit. Just be you. Well, if I didn't know any better, I'd say the big tiger is trying to hold back a blush. She takes a deep breath and recomposes herself. Normally someone talking like you would be getting an earful from me, but I think I know where you're coming from with this. Deep down, I agree all that should matter is a person's actions and how they carry themselves. But you can't deny that gay people have had a history of oppression simply because of the people they love, can you? The merit argument only goes as far as people are willing to look past someone's identity. I stand staring in awe at Karina as she debates with Carlos. I didn't expect her to have put this much thought into the topic. That's why I choose to hang around gay people when I can. I want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. That is very noble of you. We need people like you around, but I know myself and the way I think. I prefer when people let their actions speak for themselves. That, to me, is being genuine. Conversation dies down, leading to what feels like a respectful silence between the two. You think our mentor might be a no-show? I doubt it, actually. Just someone who's fashionably late. Heh. A smirk crosses my face. Now all five of us are watching the field, growing more impatient by the minute. Man, who needs a mentor? Let's just head back to our rooms. I'm sure we'll be fine without this orientation crap. They took our keys, remember? Duh, that's right. Orientation attendance is mandatory for all incoming students, as they said. A surprisingly aggressive way to make sure we stick around, don't you think? Wait, they took the keys to our dorms? Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here. I gotta this video a little bit and upload it, so you guys will have some content today. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!